Muchachos y muchachas, Ghislaine Maxwell trial, day one of deliberation. So we've heard the trial since day one. And if you need to catch up, again, I have been covering it play by play since day one. You can go catch up. There is a playlist so you can binge watch through it to have more understanding. So now we're crossing the finish line. We are at the final chapter, and that is the deliberation. So, as you could imagine, this is not going to be a lengthy recap. Nonetheless, there is still detail to report. So, with that being said, stay right there. We're going to go through it. Folks, the world is literally becoming unhinged. Supply chains are breaking down. The critical shortages are showing up left and right. People can sense that the other shoe is about to drop. They're ordering emergency food like crazy, which means you should too before you can't get any. I'm talking about high quality emergency food you can get from My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's leading preparedness company, and they've served millions of American families. Now they want to help you by giving you $100 off their best-selling 3-month emergency food kit. This food stays fresh for up to 25 years in proper storage, so it'll be there when you need it. And the meals in this food kit average over 2,000 calories per day, so don't wait. Go to preparewithnatly.com and claim your 3-month emergency food kit while you still can. You'll save $100 per kit if you act now. That's preparewithnatly.com. There continues to be a surge of orders. Make sure yours is one of them. preparewithnatly.com. All right, so first we're going to go to the transcripts. We're going to kind of turn it around a little bit today, and then we'll go to the recap just to summarize what we have gone through as far as detail. And we're going to start off with Matthew Russell Lee from Inner City Press. Day one of deliberation. Judge Nathan took the bench at 10:10 a.m. and said, "I've gotten a note. The jury wants transcripts of the testimony of Jane, Annie, and Carolyn. It will be assembled and sent to them via the court security officer who's been sworn in for this function. Courtroom is empty again. 3 long transcripts going back up to jury. For now, the reporter was just killing time. As of 11 a.m., current status of the courtroom 318 empty. But sitting at the defense table are Maxwell's official lawyer, Bobby Sternham, and unofficial docketed lawyer or photo fixer, 𝘱𝘶. Update, 12:55 p.m. Still no prosecutors at the table. Now 2 or 3 counting Staffion. Maxwell counsel at theirs. No more notes from the jury in the law. Continued on. Update, as of 1:22 p.m. They have brought out Ghislaine Maxwell to the defense table. The other listed counsel, Scatter and Ghislaine, is talking one-on-one with 𝘱𝘶. Continued on. Just to tamp down expectation from a foot mess, Maxwell has been taken back to the holding cell. In a burst of action, sources either prosecution or defense say was to agree on redactions on the testimony to be given to the jury, sidebars out, etc. Update, as of 2:51 p.m., courtroom 318 is populating again. Word is there is a jury note. Ghislaine Maxwell has been brought out again. Judge Nathan says, "I have a note. We would like the FBI deposition 3505-005 referred to by the defense. Attorney USA says that is not evidence. Maxwell's lawyer says there is impeachment of Carolyn in that document, although we acknowledge it is not evidence. So we proposed not saying it is not in evidence." Judge Nathan says, "How about all admitted exhibits are before you?" Attorney USA says, "Fine." Maxwell's lawyer then says, "Why not say you have the admitted evidence about 3505-005? Just don't say it is not in evidence." Judge Nathan says, it's incredible. It's incredible. I don't know the legal system at all, but this is interesting that, the lawyers are there to, oh, this is what you should say to them, to the deliberation room. That's just my observation. I didn't know about the legal process. But anyway, so Maxwell's lawyer says, why not say you have admitted evidence about 3505-005? Just don't say it is not in evidence. Judge Nathan says, they are asking for the document, I presume because they have the testimony about it. Pauses to write something out by hand. Judge Nathan then says, it is not an exhibit, the testimony about it you have. I'll just send a note for efficiency. I'll say 3505-005 is not admitted exhibit, but the testimony about it you have. Agreed. All rise. Verdict watch continues. Watch this feed continued. Maxwell's lawyer wanted Judge Nathan to come back, and she has. Maxwell's lawyer wants a copy of the note. Judge Nathan says, the foreperson has signed the note, so we have to redact it. So I will just read it to you again. Judge Nathan says, counsel are aware of the identity of the jurors, so I'll just redact it as public. All rise. Okay, back to verdict watch. 4:06 p.m. Judge Nathan, I have received a note. The jurors say that they want to end today at 5 p.m., deliberate tomorrow from 9 to 4:30, and have lunch at noon. Judge Nathan then continues, it is possible for them to deliberate on Thursday. Maxwell's lawyer, Sternheim, says, will you offer then Thursday so they will make arrangement? Judge Nathan says, we could tell them that. Continued on. As of 4:30 p.m., jury has another note question. Can we consider Annie's testimony conspiracy to commit a crime in counts 1 and 2? Attorney USA says yes. Maxwell's lawyer then says, if someone asks, I can drive, you could answer, but without speed limit. Judge Nathan says, I'm going to answer, yes, you may. Please be back at 4:55 so we can let jurors go at 5 p.m. Continued on. I don't know what that means. I guess the lawyer was going somewhere. Maxwell's lawyer was going somewhere. Be back at 4:55 p.m. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm thinking. Continued on. Jury entering, Judge Nathan says the timing tomorrow is fine. Give Miss Williams your lunch order on the way out. If you have not completed your deliberations, it's possible for you to continue your deliberation on December 23rd and wear your masks except eating or drinking. Jury leaves. Judge Nathan says, so did you finally finish agreeing on the redactions of the transcript? Attorney USA says yes. Judge Nathan says, it was frustrating to have them wait for 3 hours. Adjourned. Story is up. Now to Foley Square for live streaming. Watch this feed. All right. So it looks like there might be a conviction or two that they might be deliberating on. This is just my observations. I don't know this for fact or for concreteness. I'm just saying out of observation. Okay, so let's actually take a look at the recap just to put it more in layman's terms so we understand what just transpired. So Ghislaine Maxwell jury requests accuser transcripts as deliberations end for day. The jury deciding Ghislaine Maxwell's fate for her sex trafficking trial ended its full day of deliberations without reaching a verdict on Tuesday. That's today. The 12-person panel spent 8 hours deliberating and sent 4 notes to Judge Allison Nathan requesting documents and asking for clarification about what evidence they can weigh in reaching a verdict. In one afternoon note, the jury requested an FBI document related to a statement that Maxwell accuser who testified using her name, Carolyn, made to agents in 2007 about her being abused by the socialite's pedo filing cabinet, Jeffrey Epstein. The statement was never entered into evidence, but at trial, the defense has honed in on it and other information Carolyn gave to the FBI in an attempt to undermine her credibility. For example, Maxwell's lawyers noted that Carolyn never specifically identified Maxwell by name as one of her abusers to the feds in 2007. Judge Nathan ruled that jurors could only review Carolyn's trial testimony about these statements, not in the actual documents themselves. In a second afternoon note, the panel asked the judge if they could consider testimony from accuser Annie Farmer as evidence of conspiracy to commit a crime involving 2 counts that Maxwell faces. Continued on. I received your note. The answer is yes, you may consider it, Judge Nathan wrote back. Soon after they began deliberations Tuesday morning, the jury sent a note requesting transcripts of 3 accusers who testified at trial. We would like the transcripts, testimony of Jane, Annie, and Carolyn, the jurors wrote. Jane had told the jury that she met Maxwell, perverted financier Epstein, at age 14 when the pair approached her at Michigan Arts Camp in the early 1990s. Jane was then groomed for abuse at Epstein's Palm Beach mansion by Maxwell prosecutors, said and argued. Farmer, only accuser to give her full name, said Maxwell gave her a nude massage and groped her when she was just a teen when she was lured into Epstein's New Mexico ranch. Carolyn testified that she met Maxwell and Epstein when she was 14 and ended up giving massages to the millionaire more than 100 times at his Palm Beach estate, and something sexual happened every single time. She said Maxwell arranged the sessions and groped her, at least once. Prosecutors and Maxwell's defense team ended their cases Monday afternoon with closing arguments. The jury was charged by Nathan on Monday afternoon and deliberated for about 50 minutes before heading home for the night without reaching a verdict. On Tuesday morning, one of Maxwell's lawyers was spotted outside the courthouse helping load cardboard boxes into a white van. It's unclear what was in the boxes, but one of the containers said "shred all." Oh, gosh, shred all. Scrawled on the blog with a black marker. Assistant U.S. Attorney Allison Moe had urged jurors at the trial to view Maxwell as a sophisticated predator who preyed on young, vulnerable girls as Epstein's right hand and partner in crime. Maxwell and Epstein were partners. They were partners in crime who sexually exploited young girls, Moe said. Throughout the trial, Maxwell's lawyers also sought to undermine the credibility of the accusers, including suggesting some of them may have false memories. So that is the recap. So I guess the takeaways for today is that they're at least considering the witness accusers, and they're, requesting that sort of document and evidence. And it is tied to at least 2 counts that Maxwell faces. So I don't know if that alludes to some sort of context clues to what we could be facing, but there it is. That is some details from the day 1 deliberation, at least what we could make out as far as what was residual coming over as a question to Judge Nathan. So I don't know if that gives you any hope or what. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. As always, you guys can count on me for the next recap of Deliberation. Please subscribe if you have not already. Please grab this link, drop it in all the group chats that you might have, whether it's on Facebook, Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, Discord. I forget all these other ones. There's so many now. But if you do have them, please drop that link. And as you know, that's the best way you can support me, along with the tip jar that is in the description below. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.